How's it going, guys? This is going to be the first part in the first series in this YouTube channel, and it's going to help you set up all the Python essentials for your computer. Now, this includes running Python and also downloading their interpreter and making sure everything works fine for the rest of the series. But let's take a step back. What even is Python? Well, Python is a programming language, and at the core, what it really does is it helps humans like us talk with the computer and tell it to do things that we can't do alone. Of course, there are many other programming languages, and you may hear of some of them called C or C++ or even Go. Python is while those languages are very popular, Python is one of the most popular languages out there today, and for a lot of good reasons. Now, don't worry if you have no idea what I'm talking about, because this whole series is dedicated for beginners to learn what Python is and learn what it could actually do. Two things I like to note is I already did make a video first, part 1 of this series, but the quality was really bad, so I'm gonna remake it here and show you guys same things but in a much more concise way. And the second thing is that I forgot what the second thing is, but let's get started. So just to explain a little bit of what Python is. So we have all these different languages, and like I explained, a programming language is just a way for us humans to talk to computers. And we can see here that all of these are different languages used throughout the years. And for example, C++ is a programming language. C is a programming language. And if we take a look at Python, so this is the this graph shows the popularity in all these languages over the years, and we can see that Python is pretty up there. Now, the first one is JavaScript, but Python is up there, and we'll try to understand why this is the case as this series goes on. Now, yeah, and for those who watched the first video that I made, really sorry, the quality is really bad. So let's get started. Now, the first thing you need to do is open up Google and just say, hey, Python download, right? And you're gonna find this site. And once we get to this site, and this note that this tutorial is only for Mac. So if you have a Windows, it's similar, but you might have to find a different tutorial for that. First off, we're gonna download Python for Mac OS, and once we get to this site, don't worry, I'm gonna have all the links in the description just in case you can't find them. So you can just pause the video and download these right now with me. So we're gonna download that, open that up, and we're gonna have all these different things that we're gonna have to agree to the license and install. It's gonna need my fingerprint here. Oh, I remember the second thing. Now, the second thing is that whether you're trying to make your own projects or trying to trying to find a job, really a lot of jobs today, it is a great asset to know how to program and to know a couple of programming languages. So it won't hurt at all to put it on your resume and to find jobs, because it's a great asset to have. So this is almost done here. Oh, so you can see here we downloaded Python 3.9, but we're still downloading just a bit more. Hang on a second here, guys. Should be done soon. Okay, we're done downloading. Oh, by the way, the newest version is 3.9, so Hope make sure you have that. Okay, so now while Python is a programming language, it provides us a way to use it properly almost, and this thing is called IDLE. Imagine when we speak English and we talk to each other, we need a way to vocalize that, to talk to each other using English, and that way is using our mouths. Okay, this is a weird comparison, but this thing called IDLE is just a way for us that Python provides us to talk to almost speak Python to the computer and tell it what to do. So if I just quickly open up this, you'll see that this pops up, and all this really means is, hey, shoot me some Python languages and not Python words, and then I'll be able to shoot you back whatever you wanted to shoot. So for example, if I wanted to now we'll get to the specifics later on, but say if I wanted to print something, just like as if you have a printer, you wanted to print something, and I wanted to print hello. So this is what I'm telling Python to do. You can see that it prints hello there. So every single time there's a 3 arrow, that's what I'm trying to tell Python, what I'm telling Python to do, and then the next line will be what Python's giving me back. So once we have this Python down, the next thing that's a lot of people want to download is a text editor. And a text editor is really just a fancy way of typing Python in. I mean, it has a similar it functions the same way as this, where it's a place for you to type your Python code and for the computer to shoot back something at me. However, this doesn't look the greatest, and there's a lot of other issues with it too, but a very popular one's called Sublime Text, and it's very easy to download. So let me download this one. So we're gonna download Sublime Text here. Just again, Google Sublime Text and then click the first link. Open this up. Opening up. Just a couple things more to set up. So yeah, throughout the entire series, we're just going to be using this text editor. A lot of other tutorials also use this one. Some use the other ones, but this is my favorite one. Whoops. Don't worry about that. What is that? So, now you're gonna open up. You're gonna have a thing like this, and then we're just gonna try to achieve the same results as we did on this thing called IDLE, because it should be able to do the same thing. Now, the first thing before you do anything is like I told you, there is a lot of different programming languages in this world, and we're using Python, so we have to tell Sublime what we want to use before it runs our code. So the way to do that is go to Tools, and we're gonna build a system. And then you're gonna see this pop up, and what this is we're gonna paste in some code, and what this code is gonna do is tell Sublime, hey, we want to use the newest Python, which is Python 3.9, on Sublime every time we run it. So I'm not gonna explain what the code actually means, but maybe I'll explain it in a different video. I'm gonna put this in the description, and what this does is it just finds the right Python version and runs the correct one. So once you paste this code in, make sure it's indented properly and within the brackets. Hit save, and then what you can save it as Python 3. It doesn't really matter what you want it to be. Let's just say even 3. There's no periods, but let's say 3.9. So I already saved mine's. So make sure you save with extension Sublime dash build. So say I have Python 3 and then dot Sublime build. I actually already have one here. So let's say I want to replace that. So I'm not going to replace it because I already have it from before. So I'm just going to leave it. And then what this does is, let me just the file here. Give me 1 second, guys. So I'm just going to save it on my desktop. It's called test. Oops, I messed something up. So what you actually want to do is just like I had the extension of Sublime dash build on the other one, you want to have .py, which stands for Python files, on the other one. So let's just say I have this. So now Sublime knows this is a Python file. Let's try to do the same thing. Hey Python, we want to print hello back to us. We want to print hello back to us. There's a lot of syntax that we'll learn later, but this is what it means. I want to print back hello for us. And the way to run this, if you're on the Mac, it's Command B, which is stands for build, and then you'll see that this comes up, which is looks exactly the way as this one. So that's that. And actually one last thing that we want to do is just to get used to, there's a lot of times that programmers get open up their terminal and you want to run. So this is called terminal, right? You open up terminal and you can run Python, you can open up Sublime, you can do a lot of stuff through terminal. And what I want to do, I'm gonna paste in another piece of code here, and then what I want to, once you paste in this code, you can open up Sublime through bash. So say I did so it's gonna be subl, that's the command, and then say I want to open up word.txt, right? So you can see it opened up a file called word.txt using Sublime. Now you might be wondering, can I run Python from terminal too? Of course you can. You just type in Python. Well, you just type in Python, and then you can see here that this looks super similar to this, right? Python 3.9, and that's because it's doing exactly the same thing with terminal. So once you paste this in, you'll be able to use you'll be able to open Sublime through bash. And if you type in Python, you can also use Python here. So let's do the same thing here. Print what do we want to print? Let's print the same thing, guys. Okay, see, so that's 3 ways to run Python. 3 ways to run Python here. And yeah, thanks for watching this video. The next video we're probably going to do just understand the syntax and the data types for Python. Yeah, hope you enjoy.